Welcome back to the Spooky Sessions. Today's topic is the second deadly sin, which is greed. And the topic is kind of spoiled rotten, shall we say. I am an only child. I know a thing or two about being spoiled rotten, and I also know a thing or two about wanting a thing or two and being used to getting it all. Are you constantly chasing more? You never feel satisfied. Do you feel like no matter how much you have, it's never enough? You've been taught that having it all is the ultimate goal, but deep down, you feel really empty and really disconnected. And the desire to keep accumulating more and more and more and more and more money, more power, more influence, more things. It's all consuming you. But yet it's never filling this void. And not only is it that it doesn't fill the void, but it doesn't fill this desire of instant gratification. We want it now. Also, we want what we want. We are so self-absorbed. I mean, it's about us, right? Like, it's never about anyone else. But I want it. I want it, and I want it now, and I want more. And it's all self, right? Ugh. Part of me loves it so much because it's like, yes, this is how it should be. You know, it's all about self as it should be. But also, should it be? I mean, at the end of the day, in my personal opinion, everybody has the ability to help themselves. In most cases. I mean, granted, we all need help every now and then, but for the most part, in the large picture, the grand scheme of things, everybody has the ability, not only the ability, but the choice to help themselves. And most of the time, people choose not to, which is what I believe it all comes down to at the end of the day, is choice. And the sad thing is, so many people don't want to be better. They don't want to. There's no desire. Which is why I don't think it's a bad thing to want things, to have that desire. Desire in and of itself is a very positive thing. Because in desire is passion, and passion is authenticity, and passion fuels dreams. Everything boils down to passion and desire and want, and therefore, greed, right? It all, in my opinion, is connected, and it sucks that greed is a deadly sin. I get that, everything in moderation. I'm going to say that probably throughout all of these episodes this month. Everything in moderation, right? Greed needs to have its limits, but greed in moderation is not a bad thing, and it's actually very, very influential, if you ask me. The problem is when you don't know your limits. It's funny, a couple of friends of mine were actually talking the other day about diets and how we all eat differently on our lunches, and how do we schedule our lunches. For me personally, I schedule my lunch based on avoiding decision fatigue. It's an actual thing. Look it up. You make so many decisions in a day, and for me personally, I don't want to decide what I'm gonna have to eat for lunch. I would rather have a pattern that I follow, a schedule that I follow of certain foods for certain days. That way it's one less thing that I have to think about. Because especially with my business, I have so much overwhelm happening, and food isn't necessarily something that I love all that much. I mean, granted, I like food, but food is not my priority in my life. I eat food to survive. I don't survive to create food, if that makes sense. It's not my joy. So my joy does not come from food. Other people do feel this way, but that's why we were having this discussion. And it was interesting hearing people say, like, that their favorite part of their day is picking out what they want to eat for lunch. And for me, I could not relate any less. But it was interesting because I was like, for me, this is how I feel I maintain a healthy diet. This is probably a really good topic for gluttony as I'm saying this out loud. But this is how I maintain a really healthy diet, I feel, is by just eliminating that decision out of my day and not feeling this desire to eat something fattening because I just simply want to eat something just to get through my day. So if it's healthy, more power to it, quite literally, no pun intended, because it'll, get me through the day and then also empower me through the day. So it really does not faze me whatsoever what I eat as long as I get something in my stomach. So for other people, though, they're like, no, I need to eat something that's, filling that void, that's filling that desire of want. And it was so interesting to me hearing this because I'm like, that comes down so much to, so many different things. Everything I just named, like self-indulgence. Again, like that filling that void of, but I want this and I want it now and I get what I want. I so badly wanted to ask, okay, so because you want said thing on your lunch, you honor that? Like you don't have a self-discipline? You just always get what you want. I'm an only child, and as I said at the beginning of this, like, I am used to getting what I want, and yet, at the same time, and I never realized this, honestly, until real time, in this moment, that I have a very high level of self-discipline that even I was not aware of, because I don't treat myself to that level of whatever I want, I get. In a lot of aspects, yes, but in a lot of aspects, I am very, very disciplined. Because, you know why? I think it's because my priorities are aligned. Because what I want over a certain food I'm craving is a banging body. I think that's what it actually comes down to now that I'm saying this out loud. What I want is a banging body. Therefore, I'm going to get it. I choose a banging body over eating pizza every day for lunch. And you know what? For these people, their priorities are probably aligned that they choose food over their body. And that's not a bad thing if that's what they're okay with. If they're okay with it, is a question that they have to answer. That being said, I think it's very important to look around and realize and to maybe ask yourself this question as we are all living in the golden age, quite literally, of instant gratification. You know the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Or was it Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I don't know the difference, to be honest. Veruca Salt. We are living in a generation where we are all Veruca Salts. We want the golden egg. We want the golden egg, Daddy. Daddy, I want the golden egg and I want the golden egg now. Now, Daddy, I want the golden egg now. We are sabotaging our own future by our own impatience. If you've seen that movie, you understand what happens, right? This is us. We sabotage our own future by our own impatience. By getting the satisfaction that we so desire in a timely manner, it's not actually getting us, most of the time, what we really want. Because what she really wanted was the chocolate factory, right? Not the golden egg. She got what she thought she wanted. And how long did that last? And where did that get her? And did she even get what she wanted in the end? No. What if we went about our daily life with this mindset, with these behaviors? What if we were on a plane on our way to Paris screaming, I want to be in Paris now! Open the door now! I want to be in Paris right now! Right now, I tell you, open the passenger door now! They might open the door for you because they might want you off of that plane. And you might get off of that plane right then and right there, but it might not be at your destination. It might just be right over the ocean. You'll get trapped in the cycle of always wanting more. And the want slowly but surely becomes a need. And you become stuck in the cycle then of needing more. And everything that you pile up, success, materials, possessions, fulfillment, whatever it might be, you still seek out the remains of each. Every new achievement or purchase, possession, it all just loses its luster faster than the last. You're left feeling more spoiled, but more hollow and isolated than ever before. I mean, look at celebrities with endless possibilities. They're usually miserable. The constant drive for having it all is wearing you down. And the cost isn't just monetary, it's your well-being. It's your well-being. It's costing your relationships, your own peace of mind. We need to break the chain of greed disguised as ambition. We do. I want you to get really, really real with yourself. Write this down if you have to. I want you to define, what does having it all mean to you? What does that look like? I want you to get really granular. What does having it all really look like? If you could have it all, when you imagine this, when you dream of this, when you speak of all of this that you want, what does that look like? All of it. I want you to say, tell me in the comments too. I want to know, what do you guys picture? What does that mean? Is it a family? Is it success? Famous? Being famous? Fame? Is it landing dream gigs? What does that look like to you? I want to know. I want you to hear me out when I say this. You don't need more things to fill your life with meaning. What you need is clarity. Clarity on what truly matters. Clarity on what truly matters. With just a shift in perspective, you can learn how to stop spoiling your life. And I don't mean spoiling in a positive turn, but literally rotting your life with endless desires, and instead cultivate a sense of abundance from within. Redefine what it means to have it all. Not through greed, but by enriching your life with purpose, meaningful connections, and self-fulfillment. There is a reason, there is a wait for the destination. I use this example a lot, how I do not believe, as an existing creature, that we would be forced into a battle that we are not capable of fighting. I do not believe this. We will not ever be forced into a battle that we are not capable of fighting. If there's a battle that we know that we're going to be fighting in the future that we're not fighting yet and we dread that battle, it's because the reason that we're not fighting it now is because we don't have the weapons that we need to fight that battle yet. By the time we're forced into that battle, we will have the weapons, the tools, the resources we need to fight that battle then. But it is in the future for a reason, because it is in the future because we don't have it. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. The battles that we are currently fighting are current for a reason because we have what we need to fight it now. And I see this in the same way. There is a reason, there is a wait for the destination. That doesn't mean to procrastinate and put off things because it's like, well, it's just not working out. We'll talk more about this in Sloth, but and again, you can have a desire. There is nothing wrong with having desire, with having passion, with wanting things. I believe firmly in picturing it out, manifesting it, right? Visualize your wants. I highly encourage this. Visualize it. I should have led with this entire episode. Visualize what you want. But that being said, don't expect it immediately. Because if you get what you want immediately, it's probably not what you want. Anticipation is what makes anything in life worth waiting. The moment itself, when it actually happens, is usually not even that great. It's not even that great. It's not that it's bad, but it's the wait and the anticipation and the excitement and the planning and the dreaming and the build-up that makes that moment so special. So I want you guys to visualize what you want. I want you to start visualizing what you want and replace instant gratification with anticipation. How does that sound? Replace instant gratification with anticipation. Okay? Because truly, anticipation is so far greater than instant gratification. I don't know about you, but I am personally visualizing myself getting a private jet. And I know people are going to come after me like, that's your idea of having it all. You realize there are people who don't even have anything. And yet you're out there complaining that, oh, you don't have a private jet. You know what? As I said earlier, there are people, sure, that don't have it all. But you know what? They choose to not want it all. Or to not want anything. I'm sorry. Yes, there are people who are given lives with advantages, and there are people who are given lives without advantages, but you can manifest anything that you truly want. You just have to want it. It comes down to desire. It comes down to greed. And I'm sorry, if you don't have it, you don't have it. Me personally, having a private jet's not hurting nobody except my enemies' egos. But as I said in the Pride episode, you know what? If my enemies are Chihuahuas and I'm a Great Dane, let it hurt the Chihuahua's ego. Because at the end of the day, what does that even matter? Okay, so the Chihuahua's ego is hurt? Sorry? You know, the only other person that it may potentially be hurting if I was on a personal private jet is the person also on the private jet with me who might just be screaming, I want to be in Greece now! Right now! I tell you, I want to be in Greece now! Because these people are not accustomed to a life on a private jet, and not everything is as luxurious as instant gratification. And you do, in fact, have to wait a couple hours to make it from the US to Greece. I know, it may come as a shock. So I will probably end up kicking them off of my jet because it would ruin my peace. Aside from that, it's not hurting anybody. Speaking of greed, the next deadly sin that we're going to cover is lust. This could be fun. We could do some dirty talking. No, probably not. Unless you guys want me to. I can execute that if you would like. Let me know what you guys want me to do in the next episode. I'm super stoked for this. In the meantime, check out my social media. Follow me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach and also at Mermaid Kassandra, as I'm a professional mermaid. And check out my podcast, Make Waves Mermaid Kassandra, available every place podcasts are found. Also, if you guys are interested in, getting things as fast as possible, because I know we do live in the golden age of instant gratification, and even if it's not instant, can it at least be closer than doing things on my own terms, right? I mean, come on. Sometimes we just need that push. We just need that support. That's all it takes sometimes to just get us going, because sometimes you just feel sunk. You just feel sunk. If you are interested in booking a free discovery call with me to see if I could be of support to you in your dreams and helping you land these dream gigs, because you know what? You might not get there on your own. You might actually get pushed off the plane before you land those dream gigs because you want there now. You want to be there now. I am happy to do a free discovery call with you to see if we are a good fit and if I could be of support to you. You can book a free discovery call with me. The link is in the description below, or also on my social media handles at Make Waves Coach on almost any social media platform. I will talk to you guys soon in the next episode talking about lust. I hope you dream about what that episode's going to be about, because it only seems fitting to lust about the topic of lust. I will talk to you guys soon. Go out there and make waves. Mwah!